Welcome back to this edition of Aspire. Here we are looking at how certain brands have been brought into the country by young entrepreneurs, and now it's time to look at a brand that's even older than the last one that we were talking about. This one is Truefitt in Hill. Within the grooming industry, now this has a unique place because it's a barber shop and it has a royal warrant, based of course in London, but here they are in India since the year 2014. Krishna Gupta is the man who's heading the charge as far as this brand in India is concerned. Time to meet him. Krishna, tell me, what were the challenges in trying to bring this brand over here? Because again, this comes with, and to be a master franchise for a brand with legacy comes with its own challenges. At that time, what was the thought?
The biggest challenge was to make sure that a brand holding a legacy like this does the right justice in India.
Right.
And to support that, we had to create a really great infrastructure and a team in place who would be able to maintain the standards and the quality, and to spread it out to as what we have currently. And also, since this was the first barbershop brand and the first chain to bring a men's only barbershop in India, to really get the word out there and to give a unique offering of services as well as products.
So that's the unique aspect of it, the fact that it is a barber shop. Salons there are plenty, and some of them are brands in their own right. But here's something with a royal connection, so there is legacy involved, and yet it's harking back to the past, in the days that salons didn't exist and men didn't go to salons for a long period of time as well. So you are kind of taking them back in time. So what's the real difference in today's context between what you offer as a barber shop and what a salon is going to bring to the table?
So what we offer is actually an experience. So as soon as you walk into the store, or actually even this, as soon as you make a call to us, the tone and the way our managers explain to you the process of taking an appointment, describing the services to you on the phone itself, it completely transforms you into expecting a different experience.
Different?
Much better experience, much more royal experience.
Okay.
As soon as you walk in the door, you will get a much greater royal and British ambience in the store. We use a lot of wood to take you back to the British style, to take you back to a style where everything was more luxurious, more over the top, and just starting the experience with a bang. The biggest difference is the services that we offer.
Yeah, but the business model that you created, Krishna, around this, a lot of it is membership based, and I don't see that as something that many of the salons do. So when you sign up for a year, it used to cost 35,000-40,000 rupees a year, and now it's gone up, but it's over 50,000 to 60,000 rupees.
Exactly.
What is packed in by way of services, and how do people use it, the people who sign up? Because I understand that's a sizable part of your clientele today.
So members account for about 60 to 65% of our clients. The best thing about our membership is it's unlimited services. So we don't restrict anything at all. So you can come in every day, you can come in 5 times a day, you can come in however long you want for the whole year, do any services you want, which is really what the customer sees as a value. Along with their membership, we give them 5 to 7 complimentary vouchers to give out to their family and friends as a gift from them, which has a total worth of about 15,000 rupees. So they see a good discount over there as well. In reality, it's actually helping us by extending free invites for people to come and experience our brand.
Absolutely. But are you still in that state? Because you started in 2014.
Yes.
A number of outlets of Truefitt in Hill have gone up. In Mumbai, there would be how many, and what is the kind of expansion you've seen? Because I understand there is a certain part of the business that's growing through the franchise model as well.
Definitely. So when we started off in the first year, we had about 3 outlets in Mumbai, and currently we have 6 outlets in Mumbai, spreading all across the city. So we start from Kolaba, Pedder Road, Palladium Mall, Prabhadevi, Bandra, Lokhandwala, and we have plans to open up 2 to 3 more to target the key areas in Mumbai.
Right.
We have 2 in Delhi, 2 in Bangalore, 1 in Hyderabad, and recently opened up 1 in Ahmedabad as well.
Right.
Out of these, 2 of them are franchisees. And
Only 2 so far.
only 2 so far, but we're in talks with 3 to 4 more people in various parts of the country to expand through the franchise model.
Right. So, I mean, which part of the business is working out the most for you? I understand that as far as your revenue model is concerned, the subscriptions, the memberships, that is working out in that sense, both for you and the clientele. Is that what you want to push more of? And in terms of expansion plans, whether it's corporate-owned stores, because this is working under Lloyd's Luxury, that's the company that you head, under which you have Truefitt in Hill. Is that going to work when you have that many more of your own stores, or do you think the franchise model works out better for you business-wise?
So as a revenue model, we have about a 70 to 30%, 70% being our service sales. Out of the total service sales, 60% is membership driven and the balance is paid customers. 30% is products. Globally, Truefitt and Hill have a 50-50 product to service ratio. But the biggest difference that we see in India is the product prices are about 5 to 7% higher as compared to the UK.
Right.
Whereas our services are about 50% of the price or lower than that. And we're happy with that.
Right.
So in a store like in Palladium, it's the other way around. Since it's a higher footfall area, it's a smaller service store, we get about 70% of our sales from products.
I see.
We believe in setting up as many of our own stores as we want to do franchisees.
Okay.
We also have the master rights for 6 other countries.
Including Bangladesh and Sri Lanka?
Yes. So we have Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Bhutan, and Vietnam.
Right, out of which you've tapped
We have tapped, so we've been in touch with people from Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Myanmar. So to expand into these other territories, we would definitely do it only through the franchise route.
Sure.
That's mainly because we don't have the expertise in those countries itself.
Sure. But Krishna, as far as you're concerned, this was a new territory for you. The family business was steel, Lloyd's Steel, which of course didn't work out the way you would have wanted it to. You didn't think of revival of that. You wanted to kind of chart a different course. What was the thought process?
As soon as I finished college, my father told me, if you want to get into the family business, you can, but I want you to do something yourself. This way you'll be able to understand how business is done in India, from the ground up, from starting the company, dealing with the authorities, dealing with everything from ground up. And grooming was a really personal choice and a personal topic for me, since I was studying in London for 5 years and I've been to multiple barbershops there.
Right.
And it was a challenge when I got back to India because there were 2 options, the roadside mom and pop shops or Oberoi.
Right.
Which offers similar services just at a different price point.
Correct.
So I wanted to offer something and bring something to India which was a superior service and a superior product and a superior brand to be enjoyable by all kinds of men at different times throughout the year.
Yeah, so which is something that you're doing through Truefitt and Hill, which is fantastic. But now, looking at the trajectory of growth that you've charted out on, what will you need to do differently to kind of capture this market in a more aggressive style, if you please? Because there are as many brands coming in all categories, and grooming is not going to be an exception because this is more than a $1 billion industry that we're looking at in India alone, the male grooming industry. So if that is the possibility, how do you make sure that the largest chunk of that pie comes towards you?
So we aren't looking for a large chunk of that pie simply because we're a niche brand offering a niche service and a niche product.
Okay.
Of the large valuations of the grooming industry in India, they're more focused towards mass products, which are between 400 to 1200 rupees on average.
Yes.
Our products start at 3000 rupees.
Right.
And they go up to 25,000 for some package or some certain gift sets.
Yes, but then the margins are higher, Krishna.
Our margins are much higher.
Where would those be?
Our margins are at around 60%
On product?
on products, and our margins on services are great simply because we use our own products in the services.
Right.
Our margins on services are anywhere from 85 to 95%.
Oh, that's fantastic. So with that, you can expand much faster. The kind of investment that this business has taken, give us a sense of that, and the kind of spends that would go into growing the business, including marketing, which I would imagine would be the largest it burns. So how have you kind of rationalized that in your growth trajectory?
So there's two kinds of large investments that we carry out. The main thing is the stores itself.
Yes.
Each store costs us anywhere from 80 to 1.2 crores,
Okay.
depending on the size of the stores. And another big investment that we made is in people.
Yes, of course.
Not as much in marketing. We let the brand speak for itself. We let the services speak for itself, and we let the experience speak for itself. The biggest investment is in people.
Right.
So we hire the right kind of people and spend a lot of time, effort and money in training them. So we've gotten 6 to 10 barbers from London to get them here, stay here for a year and train each and every single barber. They've trained our barbers who've become master barbers, who have the rights and who have the skill to train other barbers as well.
Right.
So once we get a person walking through the door, the probability of him coming back is extremely high. We have mystery audits going out to each store to monitor and maintain each step of the process to
Right.
make sure the quality is maintained everywhere.
And marketing wise, where is social media in the entire mix? Because that's such a key driver as well. Have you used that in any particular disruptive style that kind of makes your offering that much more attractive?
That's the biggest challenge that we faced with marketing is social media.
Yeah.
For men's grooming, social media is extremely low-key. The biggest things on social media are food and women's fashion. But we've got a really good amount of key members who really believe in the brand, who've been with us since day one. We got them to give a really great testimony, and we're trying to push that to get men to see what real men feel, and instead of seeing a blogger or celebrity endorse a brand.
Yes. You know, I did that a couple of years ago when you first brought in this particular store that we're sitting in, and this is in Car, Truefitt in Hill, here in Thinking Road, which is a very busy stretch, mind you. But then the experience inside is another story in itself, and that's the time that you had the experts come in
Exactly.
from London. And I went through the entire ritual, and it was, indulgent to say the least. And obviously you come away feeling that much better about yourself, and which is the whole idea. To build on that now and going ahead from here, how you're going to take the brand ahead, not just in India, but the many other geographies that you have the license to kind of build the brand in. I'm going to wish you a great lot of luck, Krishna. Such a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
And looking forward to great things from Truefitt in Hill in the future too.
Definitely, and we hope to see you here more often. as well.
Absolutely, that's a given. So with that, it's going to be a wrap on this edition of Aspire. Clearly, the fact that more and more brands are coming in from outside the country, that's a reality. What they're making of it, the Indianization of it, the kind of offerings and how you cater to the Indian clientele, that's changing with the young force that is really driving some of these brands. There'll be more on that in the future, but for the moment, from all of us on Aspire, thanks for joining us.